On tonight's episode, we talk about Go West.
And other pop culture news of the week. This week we talk about a movie about a strong female lead character. A woman that went on no woman had gone before. I mean, I guess some women had gone before.
Yeah, a few.
Yeah. It's not Barbie. It's a movie called Go West by, among others, produced by JK Studios. Is that what I call?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with these people, you have names? You don't have names, right?
I can never remember all their names, but Matt Meese is the one that sticks in my head.
Yeah.
But they were formerly of Studio C.
And if you don't know what Studio C, it's a local group of comedians that got a show. They started on the internet, right?
No, there's a sketch comedy show that I think started on BYUTV, but they also did put out their stuff on YouTube.
Also, it was the other way around. So TV, then the internet.
I think so. And even before that, they were doing stand-up and sketch comedy at Brigham Young University.
Yes.
My alma mater.
Here in Utah. And if you're out of Utah or if you don't watch BYUTV, it's very similar to what SNL does.
Yes.
And in some ways, they do some stuff that are actually better. It's uncompromised by agendas. It's funny for the sake of being funny.
Yep.
And the movie is not different. But the interesting thing is SNL artists, actors, actresses got their movies. Sandberg got several movies. Kenan Thompson got his movies. And of course, you have big ones that came out to the movies and became movie stars like Eddie Murphy, Chevy Chase, and many others. Yeah. This one is a different case because it's not that Lorne Michaels picked up superstar girl and made a movie for her, or Ladies Man and made a movie for her. This one, all the cast of the show came to make this movie. They work together. As the comedy group, as the TV show, and now they make movies together. So it's very interesting to see every single member of the cast there making along. You know, as if a sketch is a short joke, this is a feature length joke, and super well done, super funny. And so, yeah, if you don't know what Studio C is or what JK Studio is this local group that technically can be seen everywhere on the planet because through BYU TV and also through the internet. Yeah.
One video in particular of theirs that went viral a couple of times, it was starring Matt Meese, where he's a football goalie, a soccer goalie. And they keep, like, he blocks every goal, but by the end of it, he's just getting, like, beaten up and bloodied and, like, getting balls to the face and all this other stuff with the commentator going. So a lot of people saw that, even if they didn't really follow Studio C. But yeah, the whole group was involved in writing this one. A couple of them directed it. So this is very much their work. And if you ever played Oregon Trail or learned about the pioneers in Western expansion, or like grew up in this part of the country, like you'll get this. It's a parody. It's a comedy based on the Trail West.
A la old Mel Brooks movies and Monty Python.
Yeah.
The actors portray different characters throughout the movie, and it is, as the title says, is about going west. So, you know, you have the map. What they call that?
Yeah, map travel.
Map travel. They travel by map. And, you know, some of the stuff we know about the Oregon Trail, the journey to west, and some of the stuff we had no idea. Like all the people that made pacts with the devil.
Yes.
Sold their souls to Satan. It's everything is good, fun, funny. What's the rating on that?
It's probably PG.
But there
are a couple moments of mild peril.
Yeah. Oh yes, but it was all clean.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single swear word.
I wonder if that blood would would cause.
Oh yeah, the blood coughs.
And they're all great. They've been doing this for decades. And
Just
the movie,
about, yeah.
it's, I don't know if they made other movies.
I can't remember. I feel like this is their first like theater release.
But it's definitely
Movie, yeah.
definitely worth seeing. It's fun. It's light, uncompromised with historical veracity. Or,
Yes.
Or agendas.
It was certainly not hindered
Yeah.
by any of that.
Yeah. Or agendas by any means, not 1800s agendas or 2023's agendas.
Yeah.
It's funny for the sake of being funny, and you know, the ridiculousness
Yes.
is abroad.
There's a great song about dysentery.
Yes.
Lots of really just an alarming amount of poop jokes.
Yes.
But never felt like poop jokes because
But
they're actually like dysentery.
hygiene is a
like dysentery jokes.
hygiene is a modern invention.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
So at least in the north. In the south, my ancestors they like
yes.
to take baths and showers several times a day. So, but here traveling across country, a gigantic country, a continental country.
Yes.
You know, yeah, of course people would die because they're not washing their hands and stuff. You know, like that. Well, people had to be reminded a couple of years ago because
That's
of
right.
a virus.
That was alarming. That was alarming. How hard it was to teach the world how to wash their hands. Like, are we not doing this on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Multiple, like,
I get. Well, we're not here to judge any people's cultures.
No, I'm judging. If you're not washing your hands, I will pass judgment. That's nasty. That is nasty.
But it was fun. It was really funny. There was some really good jokes. Only beef is that some jokes are so fast that you blink, you miss.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go see, pay attention on the calendar, the corners, right?
Yeah, the calendar. So every now and then they'll flash up like a calendar, like a calendar month. It's full of little gems, very little gems, but they go by so fast.
There's some that are very obvious. Like there's a month that all the days are 21.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a more another joke.
There's a song.
Yeah.
It's called Do You Remember the 21st night of September?
Okay.
I assume that was the
no,
joke.
you're right. You're totally right. Yeah.
Yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
That's
and
classic.
of course, December has 34 days.
Yes.
You know, because of the 12 days of Christmas.
I guess.
No, because 25 plus 12 is not 34.
It's not.
Anyways.
Maybe it was in the 1800s.
Yeah, sure. Sean Austin, that's a famous known name in the movie. He narrates the movie, and he does a terrific job narrating. Everybody else does do a terrific job.
Yeah.
They funny.
They're good performers. Something that Studio C's there's all these like great little one-liners to take away from it. Lots of little references to drop, like "traveling boy."
It's so simple, but it's
so dumb.
So
it's so funny.
effective.
Yeah,
you know, it, like repeat something several times with a certain cadence. It becomes.
They do be dying.
Yeah, they do be dying.
I very much look forward to introducing my siblings to that one. Like, they do be dying. It's good. I feel like this is
the journey of a woman in her curse.
Yes, there's a cursed woman.
Yeah.
There's a woman. I feel like Robert was one of the best performances.
Yeah.
Of the film.
You're
in
not
terms of
say
like
who Robert is. It's gonna
not
be a
at all.
surprise.
Not at all. But you will be delighted.
Yeah.
You'll be delighted. And like truly, what a performance.
Yeah.
What a performance from
Robert. They choose not to do a lot of accents, right? Considering that they leave that's the South, right? Sort of. No.
Nope, not at all. Well,
No.
Missouri. Kind of, but that's where everybody gathered. Like they weren't necessarily from there. They like
the beginning
gathered
of the journey.
there, yeah, in Independence.
Yeah.
No, the different characters. Some of them had more like frontiersy accents, some more like Southern. Every now and then there'd be a bit of a British thing going, but yeah, not a ton.
But either way, it was delightful, short and sweet, 90 minutes. You know,
yeah,
like a lot of movies.
if you watch the credits.
If you watch the credits?
Yeah, I don't think it was even 90.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a post-credit joke.
Yep.
if you want to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Short credits too. It's a small production.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie theater was relatively full, considering it's a local small movie, independent,
Mm-hmm.
and there were people there and they were laughing, which is it's a good reaction since it's a comedy.
Yeah, I know that's the goal.
Yeah, it would be weird if it's not a comedy if people were laughing, because it's so bad. No, they were laughing because it was funny.
It was funny.
Very very creative, very very ingenious.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a stark contrast from last week's film, Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah.
Just take a moment to appreciate how important these each are. Oppenheimer was profound and beautiful and thought-provoking and makes you wrestle with moral ambiguities and responsibility and ethics and all this stuff. Great film.
Historical.
Fantastic to watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very historical.
Truthful.
Mm-hmm.
Based on a book. This one was based on a book too. You're gonna see the book as soon as the movie starts. You're gonna see the book.
That's right. And yeah, this one, I've had a day, and this one, it felt so good to just laugh and not worry about stuff. And anyway, just really appreciate them for giving us that.
Yeah.
So well done, JK Studios. You can follow them on Instagram. They're very funny. They are still producing shows, but I'm not sure where to watch it. Because I just follow them.
Would they have a show?
I feel like they do, and I don't know if it's online
What's
or.
it called?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I think it might just be called JK. No, it's called something else. My mind's gone blank now. I'm sorry, but you can find JK Studios on Instagram and follow them for more of their content because it is choice. They are funny people.
Yeah.
And they don't rely on there was a fair amount of potty humor in this, but I thought it was very funny.
Oh, but it was the moment, It's the lack of structure, hygiene, culture, and toilets. You were traveling.
Sure.
There's no toilets.
Sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I went there because I should say they don't rely. Sometimes on SNL, I feel like if they run out of ideas, they just resort to
penis
making
jokes.
you uncomfortable. Yeah, genitalia, maybe swear words. These guys don't do that, and I really appreciate that. It's just funny. It's not topical at all. It's just just some good classic humor.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there were kids in the audience.
Yeah.
Some of the kids were not paying attention, obviously, because they were laughing at a completely wrong moment.
I know, there was a deep... it was so deep, but someone was like, wow, are we ever going to make it? This kid's like, bah!
Yeah. But everybody else was having a good time. It was fun. We had to fight our way to the theater between Barbies and Oppenheimers.
Oh my gosh.
Because they still
the Barbie groups are getting intense. We saw multiple large groups of women, varying ages, wearing pink ensembles, taking selfies with the promotional materials, with those posters, all this stuff. So Barbie's doing quite well.
Not being a girl and never playing with Barbie, I don't know, because there's a lot of controversies around the movie. A lot of people that hate it. There's people that liked it, but it's not like a phenomenon per se. Considering that even if the movie was great, to bring people to the movies, it's especially these days, it's not an easy task.
Yeah.
Of course, it's weird, super weird phenomenons. Like Avatar. To this day, both. I don't get it.
I do not understand why those movies gross as much as they did.
Yeah.
Seriously, don't watch Avatar 2. Stay home and watch Ocean Planet or one of the ocean-centric nature documentaries on Netflix, narrated by David Attenborough. You'll see everything. You'll see things just as beautiful and spectacular, but they're real, and frankly, it's better writing.
Or if you have
experience.
insomnia, and watch Avatar, especially the
Sure.
second one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So there, of course there's these phenomena. There are movies that are great, and people go watch and go watch again, and they have established fandom for books, comic books, video games. Mario phenomenon brought people to the movies because the video game success that people grow up playing with that nostalgia and also passing to their kids. Barbie. It's a very interesting case. It made how much it made? 162 million first weekend, in opposition to Oppenheimer that made 82. But Barbie is a very interesting case because correct me if I'm wrong. Good or bad, in let's say it's even if the movie was. Not saying the movie is terrible, considering that the movie is acceptable for a specific group, age group, gender group, or group of people that like that. The movie is not great. Like, you have to see this movie. We saw Sound of Freedom. It's like, you have to see this movie. Let's say Barbie is not that. It's a very interesting case because Barbie doesn't have, or again, you might correct me. It doesn't have a story. It's not like Mario. Mario had a story of video games, even though if the first one does not have a story, eventually the video games were evolving and it was gaining a little bit of story. Barbie is a doll. The Barbie, the character, the doll doesn't have a story, right?
She has a pretty minimal one. When she was first released, she's meant to be a teenage model. And then, so like there's a bit of a background, like she has an identity. That's more it. Like she has an identity rather than a story.
Okay.
Ken was introduced to be a handsome boyfriend, but never anything really more serious than that. And then as expectations and things changed over the years, then Barbie got her very many careers.
Yeah.
But again, those were more, like, there wasn't really like a story to go with that.
Maybe that's why she can have a story, because she has so different versions. You can build a story around that, unless it's the multiverse of madness of Barbies.
Right. But the idea is like Barbie can be anything. And so it is you can be anything. She's supposed to like inspire and all that.
So how is bringing people to the movies? I guess all the girls that played and loved Barbie, but it's still a very interesting phenomenon because by all means, it's like there's from what I heard, there's elements from Legally Blonde and comedic elements. It's surprising that regular, let's call it that, a regular movie is bringing so much people. But again, I guess the characters. You think there's a lot of nostalgia involving this. Do you think is the doll Barbie still as popular as it was?
Oh yeah, she still has a full aisle.
Yeah. No, I mean,
in any like Walmart or Target, she has a full aisle with a whole range of different different toys and products. So yeah, Barbie's still,
because especially on the age of the kids that love to play with phones, they still play with Barbies, I guess.
Yeah, she's enduring. She has great accessories. She's got lots of like friends and younger sisters.
They have that. They sell that, the sisters. Does Barbie have a dog?
Yes.
Is what's his name?
Barble? Nope. I think her name is
Boggle.
Tracy?
So it's a girl dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, enough of Barbie. If you want to go see it, it's out there and it's making a lot of money. It, of course, dropped the ratings for the movie on Rotten Tomatoes start declining after the premiere. And also so was the box office. But it's normal for every movie to drop. But this one you can see because of Pink. You see Pink everywhere at the theater.
I have enjoyed seeing everybody's Barbie outfits.
It's interesting. It's a easy cosplay. When you go to the premiere of Star Wars or even following days, you see people dressing as Jedi, Darth
Yeah.
Vader. This whole production for Barbie. It's like you dress in pink. You're part
Yeah.
of the pink army.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so Barbie and Oppenheimer. This the box office news we have. The Sound of Freedom is still doing really well.
Yeah.
Is around. So if Barbie and Oppenheimer are the first and the second, Sound of Freedom is coming on close third. And yeah, it's still successful. If you didn't see, go see it.
Yeah.
Disney is coming out this week with their new version of
That's right. Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion, for so many reasons wrong. Because
I just really want someone over there to explain why they didn't wait 2 months. Wait 2 months for spooky season. School's already been in session for a little while. We all need a break. Like, wait 2 months. Give us a chance to cleanse our palates from the Disney failures of the season. Like,
I guess it has to do. I guess it has to do with the numbers, because when it's summer, you might get people that the opportunity comes and they go to the movies during the school year. It might, I was like, oh, there's this movie. Like, nah, I don't know. They might get some more numbers during summer that justify that, but I think to be honest, it's like I have no interest to see this movie now. There's so many other movies to come, and also it's like a spooky horror movie. Even if it was super funny, it doesn't look super funny. Even though they have Owen Wilson and Danny DeVito there,
it looks like a great one to stream.
Yes. And
during
all that
spooky
considered, if it was Halloween, it's like, oh, there's a Halloween movie where people is not dying.
Make it an event. Make it an experience.
Yeah.
Spooky movie you can take your kids to on a weekend
and
or early
the
out
parks
day or
too.
during fall break.
They could have the characters from the movie in the park and crap like that.
Oh,
Disney
that'd
does.
be so fun.
But they're gonna release now. And it's almost like a predicted, prophetized, a planned fiasco, because it's not only going against. Let's simplifying, very basic. I'm not being sexist. I'm just stipulating a simple example to why not release Haunted Mansion now. So you have the girls going to see Barbie. You have the boys going to see Oppenheimer. Of course, there's plenty of other movies the boys and girls would see, and vice versa. But if the girl's going to go see Barbie, if the boy's going to see Oppenheimer, nobody's going to see the Haunted Mansion. So, yeah, it's going to be a big schlacko to another
Schlacko,
one.
huh?
To Disney, yeah.
Yeah. And, I feel like Disney should just have us on their payroll on a consulting basis.
Right?
Just be like, hey guys, we want to run this by you.
Yeah.
Because how many
we're not
times
SAG,
now
we're not
have
SAG,
we
we're not WGA, we don't strike.
Again, just consultants. So it can be like, Bob, can I call you Bob?
Oh,
This looks like a bad plan, Bob.
Everybody's hating and talking about strike. Everybody's hating on Bob.
Yeah.
Some with reason, some with not. Some exaggerating, some. Anyways, there's like the rumors that he would sell Disney are increasing and increasing. Or maybe it's wishful thinking. Maybe they want this to happen. But again, it's like I don't think it would. It's corporate world.
Yeah.
I don't think it would change much. It would, but some stuff could change. You know, there's some really stupid decisions that Disney does. The board doesn't seem to complain. The CEO doesn't seem to complain. So maybe with some changes, some people would start to complain.
Yeah.
But there's that about Bob Iger. Another failed Disney property we finished seeing this week was Secret Invasion.
Such a bummer.
A Marvel comic inspired by the series, the comic book series of the same name. That is gigantic, involve every character in this Marvel comic book universe. And it's so well done, it's thrilling. They have this marketing. I was like, with all the Marvel heroes in Screwface, because trust no one. You don't know who is who.
It should be like the ultimate like mystery thriller. You can't trust anyone. We have no idea how we're going to get out of this. It should have been high stakes, very tense.
and Disney Marvel is failing this whole subgenre of comic books and movies. The whole spy elements, have Shield. They had the show that was crap, and then they destroy Shield in the movies, and they have Fury, and they basically created a different character because that's not Fury. And then you're gonna see Fury again on Captain Marvel or the Marvels or whatever they call it, the sequel. And I wonder if they're gonna switch back and change back, because even though everything is quote connected, close quote, it's they don't share information. It's they say, oh, you should do this. I was like, but I don't know. I was like, shh, just do this. Trust me. So all that considered, it was sad to see such a good property, a good series reduced to that. Secret Invasion is on Disney Plus. If you want to waste time, go watch it.
Or not. You do you. We also streamed a show called Full Circle.
Yeah, by Steven Soderbergh. It's a Max show. It's a mini series, 6 episodes. We finished the last 2 today as they came out, and it was interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't like the best thing we've seen on Max, but it was interesting. They had a good cast: Dennis Quaid, Claire Danes, Timothy Olyphant, Jim Gaffigan of all people,
right? Zazie Beetz.
Yeah, some younger, lots of other people. Oh, what's her name? It was like 13, Miss Mahabir.
CCH Pounder.
Yeah. Like the OG Amanda Waller. She's a perfect Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
I
think.
Like, all due respect to Viola Davis, and that's a lot of respect, but this lady's.
Yeah. No, she actually voiced Waller. I think
she did.
There was an animation.
But even it's like, even like her voice, but even just like her presence, she just like walks on set. You don't even have to like send her to costume or makeup or anything. Like she's got it.
Yeah.
I think
there was perfect. A show. There was a really really cool, very adult show called The Shield. It was one of the first effects shows on FX. The cable channel came out. It was I think the slogan was like the channel for man, so there's like very man oriented shows, like police shows. They did sports there, and it was like very, very manly. And there was this show called The Shield with Michael Chiklis. He was the leader of a strike force of a police department in California, and it was like a pilot project. The department was reused a recycled church. It was literally on a church.
Oh, nice.
And very, very
That's
interesting
dramatic.
show. And she was part of the show. She was detective, and she was really good.
Yeah.
Among other things, everything she does is good.
Yeah.
But on this, I feel like the plot was interesting. It was like sort of all connected. Soderbergh did that before, but I think 6 episodes were too much. If it was a movie, maybe
I think it'd be a great movie.
It would be more interesting. I think to stretch it in, I don't think it quite worked. When it comes to the end, and a lot of because they try to stretch all that, and the audience already sort of connected the dots, because some of the things are not super secretive and super plot twisting revelations. So it's not bad, but I think in a movie version would do better.
Yeah, agreed. So it's worth a watch if that's your thing. Like crime, mystery type stuff. It's worth watching.
Yeah,
but
there's
just
some
know it could have been
mysticism there that kind of tease you, but in the end, I'm not gonna say what happened.
Yeah.
But anyways, Full Circle, full series, available on Max.
Yes. All right, let's look at some news. Threads is Meta's version of Twitter. It launched it was looking great. It had a super successful launch, but their engagement has dropped 70%. So that's not great.
Which is huge, considering that Threads is straightly linked to Instagram.
That's right.
So once you click there, it's like poof, you have an account. That's why one of the biggest numbers were because, some people just click there, boom. It's like it's basically, it's almost like you transform your Instagram base on a Threads base. So it's kind of
exactly. And that was kind of the
number.
big draw, is like you could bring all your followers with you from Instagram to Threads. You don't have to like start over. Yeah.
Yeah. Also that means that the 70% drop is even bigger, because I was listening about on how to get in, you click, you win. To get out, you almost have to delete your Instagram.
Yeesh.
So you're not gonna do that. So that means that 70% that got out is 70% that basically only went there for Threads, and they didn't have Instagram, or they didn't want Instagram, or disconnected from their Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's a huge drop.
Yeah. So that's not great. In the meantime, Elon Musk is doing his Elon Musk thing over at Twitter, and says he's going to replace the bird.
They did. It was Monday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. With an X.
Yes.
Why? Because he likes the letter X.
Yeah.
There's maybe more to it than that.
There's also I guess rebranding. It's maybe almost like necessary, because all the controversy, good or bad, surround Twitter. But there's more to it. There's apparently he wants to make Twitter, or X, one app. It would do everything, including cryptocurrency, etc., etc.
Oh, wow.
More to come.
Interesting. Okay, in the meantime, let's go take a look at some horrible people. A former ABC News producer pled guilty to child pornography.
Yeah.
That's great.
And what's his bucket?
James Gordon Meek facing up to 40 years in prison.
Yeah, it's there's some people, Kevin Sorbo, Corey Feldman, among other people that talk about the James Woods, the terrible things that happen in Hollywood, in the House of Power, both Washington D.C. and also the media behind the scenes. And talking about behind the scenes and bad people, but this one he pled guilty. Let's hope he gets a proper
maximum sentence,
punishment, but we'll see.
Yeah.
When the fact that he pled guilty is because he was trying to cut a deal. We saw what happened to Hunter Biden. He pled guilty of tax evasion and lying on a form for weapons. And like, if any other person do that, they would serve jail. They will pay a lot of money back. And he was like, "You're good. You're the son of the man." Yeah. Anyways,
big guy. Okay, Kevin Spacey was found not guilty on all counts of horrible things in a UK trial.
Yeah.
So.
He got away with it, but in his defense, he's a homosexual.
Oh my gosh, that was like maybe the single worst tweet I've ever read. It was so bad. It was so bad that like even the super conservatives were like, I may not know much about coming out, but that's not it.
Even though it was like Hollywood again, the filth in Hollywood, they just like. So, okay, we knew that. So, like, everybody knew. So his defense was not even a secret.
It's not even a secret, but also not even a defense. Like,
it's not a defense.
I may prey on young men, but I am gay.
It was funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh my gosh, so bad. Okay, more controversy with Hollywood creepers. The Venice Film Festival invited and booked new films from...
Honor guests.
Oh my gosh.
Woody Allen and Roman Polanski.
Yeah, Roman.
Yes. So you see, it's a we keep seeing black lady on After Party. What's her name?
Tiffany Haddish.
A couple months ago, she was involved in the child trafficking. And now she's back in the light. In the light spots, she's doing movies for Disney. And
That's right. She's in Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. Other day she was on the news talking about abortion, so that she had. It's like they find a ways to navigate to with good PR, even the devil would be, a superstar. But
What
anyways,
are you gonna do? I don't know. Jeff Zucker was, quote, baffled and stunned by an article in Variety.
yeah, Jeff Zucker, a former CEO, president, whatever they call, at CNN. He was outed in part because he was sleeping with the help. He was sleeping with his secretary, someone that he hired to sleep with. Is this whole thing?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he left the network, and as CNN keeps dropping for that and some other outings and ratings and the lies they say, that together, the value of the company is like, the new management, the Warner Brothers that owns the CNN. Was like worrying and put Chris Slick there, and he tried things and he got out. All that is like putting the value of the company down to the point that Variety wrote an article with the allegations that Jeff Zucker would buy CNN and this time come back as the owner, as the sole boss, emperor, king. He got pissed. He said it's not true and he's gonna sue, which for me it tells.
That's a weird thing to sue about.
Yeah, it tells us like, so he was about to buy.
Yeah.
But because he was outed, the value, when people wants to buy something from you, when you're selling, you might get whatever people they are buying offering. But when someone wants to buy, it's like demand and offer, the market. And so the fact that he's suing because someone said that is like,
it's a little weird.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing to sue over. Well, speaking of markets and offers and all the rest of that stuff, Shark Tank shark Damon John had to get a permanent restraining order.
Yeah, he had a temporary restraining order against one of the contestants, husband, wife, and their daughter. Yeesh. It was the boneless ribs. Bubba, I can't remember the name, but apparently their business was like, not everything was pretty and well lit like it's on TV, and it came down to this.
Oh dear, that's too bad. Okay, Entertainment Tonight had to lay off nearly 10% of their staff.
Yeah,
I still don't understand. Like,
so they also gonna lay off some talent, some on-screen people, in addition to the 10%.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
No, I'm a little bit granted I'm not like super into like celebrity gossip. We obviously do talk about entertainment news, but we try to keep it focused on the stuff that's actually relevant to the industry and not people's personal lives, for the most part.
But they do both.
They do both, but like I feel like anything I see on Entertainment Tonight, you can get on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like for free, and like the celebrities are doing it themselves. I don't understand how they survived this long.
It's about established brand, They show on TV. They have a show on TV, and they have companies that endorse, sponsors, so they make a lot of money on that. To move completely to the internet, they would make some money too. They do. They have their social media, but it's established as an institution, and they make their money. So that's why it might go away, but it's gonna be slowly. It's like printing press. We still have printing press everywhere.
Love a good printing press. And
you have printing press because, and talking about news, printing press, magazines and newspapers. They're still there because it's profitable. And of course there's places that is not anymore. I think it was the Santa Monica Examiner, some California newspaper that just shut down because they're trying to survive and they're moving to digital.
Yeah.
About digital, Disney is doing something so terrible that it's not a good sign. It's first it's only on Australia, but I remember living in Brazil, the access to Disney home videos and media back in the day is different now. It actually became a lot different with the rise of disc media, DVDs, Blu-rays, and eventually 4K. But in Australia, Disney announced that after the release of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, 4K Blu-ray, the disc, the physical media, they're gonna cease to release any Disney content on physical media. They're gonna release everything, digital downloads or streaming, which is we've been noticing this for a couple of years. Is a terrible idea for the consumer. First of all, you don't own anything, because digital is electrons, is bits and bytes. You don't have it. It's like lack of not electricity, because you wouldn't play the other one without electricity, but the lack of connection with the internet. It's
right.
You can't.
Or if
stream.
they just decide to take it off their platform.
Or if they decided to take it off. Also, a censor, comes tomorrow and it's inappropriate, or it's a cultural insensitive, or it's cultural appropriation to say hello. So they're gonna erase hello from all their movies. So the movie you paid for was the one that had hello, but now it's not anymore.
Yeah.
So you don't own anything; they own everything, which is, anyways. Either way, it's terrible decisions. They're gonna do that in Australia, and hopefully the audiences, the fans, the market reacts and stop that. Otherwise, they're gonna do that everywhere.
I feel like this would add fuel to the SAG-AFTRA and WGA fires, because isn't like part of how they get paid based on like DVD sales and things?
I would assume
and so. If you stop, if you just give up on that altogether, like it's one thing for people to prefer streaming over buying physical copies, and that already has changed the industry enough that all these creators are going on strike because they're not getting compensated in the way that they used to. But then for Disney to actually decide to stop selling DVDs without changing those contracts so that the creators do get compensated for their work, it's not a great look.
Yeah.
And it kind of lends a little bit of credence, validity to the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes. That like some kind of change needs to happen because the old contracts aren't written for the current business model.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
About strike, UPS, they threatened to strike the newly formed not drifters. Oh, there's a word. Teamsters. At a union for UPS workers got a deal before the strike started. They got a deal with the company. The company will pay, which is fair, with inflation, terrible economy. The White House, the government, Biden administration is doing crap, is doing nothing about it. Even though they claim they do. So, but with the inflation, your money is worth less. So you need to get more money. So you need proper raises, and that's what they're fighting for. That's what the WGA and SAG-AFTRA are fighting for in different ways. But it's basically the same. But UPS got their deal, and business as usual there.
Yeah.
And good for those workers.
Yeah, go team. CEO of IMAX does not think that any of these strikes are going to affect their release dates.
Yeah, and to be honest, is unless the studios decide not to, but again they have the power. Like Disney, Disney were promoting the Haunted Mansion. So as other companies were promoting, Paramount was promoting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con and other things. So as long as they have the power, they will release. And the work of the writers and the actors is done after the shooting. So everything that was shot gonna be edited, gonna be finalized, because these people are not on strike. And I assume they will release. I assume people will go see it, because if SAG-AFTRA in WGA goes to a point that they're gonna stop people from seeing the movies, or they're gonna ask people not to go see the movies, it would be destroying the industry, and it's not good for any of the sides of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, we're gonna finish up with a couple of with some junk food. First, Microsoft has created something that literally nobody ever asked for, but it's kind of a fun idea.
No, someone did.
You think so?
You
think someone was like, man, this controller is so great.
No.
I just wish.
You started doing it wrong.
Oh, okay.
It was like, man, this controller it's like smells like pizza. I touched it with my fingers, and so it was a stoner, clearly.
Yeah. So what we're talking about is a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film is coming out from Seth Rogen, the self-described permanent teenager. And I guess as part of that, Microsoft has made Mutant Mayhem themed pizza-scented Xbox controllers.
Yeah.
So that sounds great. Definitely something the world needed. I mean, I think a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, like TMNT themed Xbox could be so cool.
The
style, but the pizza scented, I don't know, man.
I mean, who doesn't love pizza?
Yeah, but I don't know.
But that movie is like this style of the movie. It feels like Rogan Rip Paramount was like on making a
Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
With Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, the animation definitely feels really derivative.
Yeah.
Which I guess could have happened on accident. There's this great story from the behind the scenes of Lord of the Rings when they were animating the ghosts like inside the Path of the Dead that follow Aragorn out. Their original look, they had it all finished. They were feeling so good about it. And then the trailer for Pirates of the Caribbean dropped. And they were exactly the same. Like, crap. So they had to go back and redo all of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They had the same concept for like these like sort of undead, skeletal, ghosty warrior beings and...
Well, whatever they did, the final version, it looks so good. So
it does. It really does. They were in good hands.
Maybe Barbenheimer did them a favor.
He may well have. So
no, really, because the cost was like, oh man, they're gonna have to redo it.
Yeah.
Well, coming from Rogan, is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was on purpose.
Yeah, they were like, okay, we need to.
Anyways, but yeah, but if you don't like pizza,
you can go to.
There's other items in the menu.
That's right. You can head over to the Burger King to be precise, to get a meat-only burger.
Yeah, up to 100 patties high for bagatella, which is not translatable, which of the little pesky amount of $300.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We had the one with cheese only. The one with cheese was somewhere, right? It was somewhere specific.
Yeah.
Japan?
I want to say Thailand. Maybe don't quote me on that.
Anyways, so this one is with meat only for the meat lovers.
The Burger King. What a gift. What a gift to the world.
Yeah.
Is the king of burgers.
Anyways, I guess that's it for this week. Mm-hmm. There's a lot coming this week besides Haunted Mansion that we know we're not gonna see, because besides going against all the movies that are going, Apple is coming up with Beanie. What's it called? Beanie Love? Beanie? I can't remember. It's a
yes, the Beanie Baby.
Beanie Phenomenon. Beanie. Anyways,
I don't remember.
Zach Galifianakis on Apple TV. It comes out.
Elizabeth Banks. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the girl from. No, it's not her, is it?
Are you sure?
And the girl from Succession, but
yeah.
And the girl, the Indian girl, there was on several other things. Now it can't come to mind.
All right.
But I think she was on that Christmas movie that Reina's did.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I can see her face now. They had the whole
scene that's like, she's so hot. It was like, what the heck? She's pretty, but she's not this whole
comedy.
This whole production hot. Anyways, there's the second part of the season and final part of the season of The Witcher. Also, there was one more thing. What was it?
Cavill's finale performance.
Yeah, there's the trailer for that. I was like, whoa, things gonna get crazy.
Oh yeah.
But there's the end of the crowded room. Finally, we also gonna there's a special episode of Stranger Things, Star Trek, Stranger Things.
Nope, Strange New Worlds.
Yes, yeah. There's gonna be a crossover, and so many things.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, don't go out, see the haunted mansion. Stay in. Listen to our episodes.
Yes.
Leave a comment and like and subscribe. Yeah, that's it. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper, nerds.
Bye.
Bye.